Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to shell script. We are going to talk about how to declare or how to utilize integer value in shell script. In our previous session, we discussed about the string, like how to declare the string, right? And also we discussed how to utilize the string in a shell script, and also we discussed like how to uh, print the customized text using the string variable, right? So in the continuation of same, today we are going to discuss about the new integer part. So to understand the integer part, what I'll do, I'll write a program from scratch, or you can say the script from scratch. Okay, so let's start with the practical part. So firstly, I'll write here work.lnk. So as usual, like firstly, I'll talk about the requirement, like what are the scenarios where we want to utilize this thing, and then we will perform some practical things, and at last we will discuss about the CL program, like how we can utilize the same through CL program. Okay, so I'm writing work.lnk, then enter. This will open the work with the object link screen where it is showing the directory. Okay, but for this demo we are going to use another directory. Let me show you that. So yeah, this is the directory texture which we are going to use for the demo purpose. So here I'm taking option 5, and one file I have already created. This is a script file. Just remember one thing, that this file is already executable file. It means if you have not covered the previous session where we discussed like how to make this file executable, right? So then you can refer that session first, because for all the sessions which is in a series for shell script, everything is discussed in step by step, right? So I request you to go and check out the previous sessions first, otherwise it might be a bit difficult for you to understand the ongoing thing. Okay, fine. So I'm going to use this file which is already executable file. So taking option 2 here for editing it, and here I have just noted down the multi-line comment, which is just to show the topic of today's session, integer in shell script. Now we will talk about the requirement, but just before that I'll add 5 more lines. Yeah, let's add 5 more. I5. Okay, fine. So now assume a scenario where in a project you are creating one shell script, and there you are supposed to store some integer value in a variable. So first thing, how we will store the value as an integer into a variable. Second thing, let's say using those integer values, for example, we have taken two values, two variable as an integer, right? So utilizing those two values, we want to calculate another integer output. For example, let's say we have variable 1 and variable 2, and we want to perform addition, multiplication, division, and we want third output, which is also a type of integer. So how we can do this thing in shell script? So this thing we are going to discuss today. All right, so we'll start from scratch. So here I'll write simply variable name. So first variable name would be num1. Okay, here I want to ask you one question. If I declare something like this, is it correct? Okay, so those who are saying that yes, it is correct, it's not correct actually, because as I mentioned earlier also, that while declaring any variable in shell script, don't keep any extra spaces in between it. Okay, because spaces are not allowed. If you keep spaces in between the assignment, then it will be considered as a command, and it will give you the error. So first thing is, don't include spaces while declaring variables in shell script. So variable is ready. Now we will declare another variable, for example num2, and we'll assign the value as 60. Okay, fine. So this is the simplest assignment, like you just need to assign the values which you want to populate to these variable. Now after this, what we will do, we will simply use here echo command to print the values. As I always mention that in shell script, in order to fetch or access the variable, we need to use dollar symbol. So just write dollar and then your variable name, which is num1. Likewise echo dollar and num2. Okay, so this is how we can assign the values, and this is how we can print the value. So I think now we are good to compile and see this. Sorry, not the compile. We will just save and exit F3, and let me copy the path of this file so that we can run it. Now on second session, if I refresh this screen, qsh, you just need to write here qsh. It will open Qshell command entry prompt, and here you will paste the file path, which is /home sharmit texturebit sharmit.sh, and enter. So you can see it is printing the value 40 and 60, which is coming from the variable num1 and num2. Clear? Fine. Now another thing, can we calculate third value using these value? Let's see. For example, now I want to print the sum also for both the numbers. How we can do this? So for that, I'll insert 5 new lines here. Let's say I want to give the name as total equal without a space, and here let's try in this way. Okay, dollar num1 plus dollar num2. So will it work properly? No, it will not. It will not provide you the desired output because we are trying to print the sum of number 1 and num2. But when you print this total, it will give you some different output that I want to show you. That's why I'm running in this way. Okay, so let me show you that. So now if I rerun the script, you will find that this is directly printing 40 plus 60. But here you might be thinking like, we are using dollar symbol, so it is fetching the value, but then why it is not calculating the sum? Because in order to calculate the sum, you are supposed to follow this syntax. Let me show you that. Here use dollar, then double parenthesis and double closing parenthesis. Now if you do F3 for save and exit, and on second screen if you run the script again, you will find the output as 40, which is num1, 60 num2, and sum as 100, which is num1 plus num2. Okay, so always make sure that whenever you are using the variable, pass it like pass in the same format. Okay, dollar double parenthesis num1 num2. Now another question might be, would it be possible if you, like, let's say if someone use variable dollar here with variable, because this is our habit, right? We want to access the variable, so we always keep this dollar. So will it work? Let's see. So in this case, if you try to run this, you will find yes, it is working as expected. So you can keep the dollar symbol in between the parentheses also, but the syntax should be like this only: dollar double parenthesis and closing parenthesis. Okay, fine. Now let me show you another thing, like how to print this in a customized way. So for that, what you can do, let's say I want to print echo, then double quotes, and here I will write sum of dollar num1 and dollar num2 equal and dollar total. Okay, and close it. So after that, when you try to run this script, it will show you the text, which is a customized text. Pressing F9 here, enter. So you can see sum of 40 and 60 is 100. Okay, so with this method you can easily print the text in a customized way. Okay, now there might be one question, would it be possible to perform different operations also? Yes, you can. Let's say I want to perform sum. So let me change the value num2 and num1 because the greater number is num2, and here also we will make it as sub num2 and num1. Okay, so let's save it, and this time it should print the value as a subtraction. So you can see sub of 60 and 40 is 20. Okay, so as per your requirement, you can easily customize your text as well as you can perform any operation, because overall we have just discussed how to assign the numeric value, integer value. If you know the integer value, then you can easily utilize it in your program or script. Clear? So now I'll quickly show you how you can run the same script through CL program, because this is very important. You should know how to use it in CL. So here we are writing DCL for declaring variable. So DCL, press F4, variable name, type storage length, then chg var, and after that variable name, path, and then use strqsh with a variable command. Okay, So what it will do, it will execute your shell script. So let me show you. If I call this now, it is printing the text sub of 60 and 40 is 20, which we just discussed, right? So this is the exact data which is present in the file, and it is populating the same. So yeah, these are the all steps that we are supposed to follow in order to use integer in a shell script. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.